Today we're going to do some stress and intonation practice. So when you're studying English, it's important to learn grammar and vocabulary and many different things. But one thing that people don't really spend a lot of time on is stress and intonation. Stress means saying some of the words stronger, and intonation means moving your voice up and down in a sentence. It could be in the middle of a sentence or at the end of a sentence, just the way your voice goes up and then it goes down. And if you can add stress and intonation to your speaking, it will make your English sound a lot more natural and a lot better, okay? And it will make you easier to understand, and that's the goal. Let's make sure I'm in the middle of this square. So today we're going to take a look at a dialogue about you meeting our friend Bob at a candy store, and we're going to practice how to say these things in a more natural way. So the setup for this is that you're at a restaurant and the owner of the restaurant brings you a bowl of noodles, but his thumb is in the soup. Ugh. But you're feeling good, you're in a good mood, and so you don't go crazy. You let it go, and then you have fun. You enjoy your meal. So let's try this little dialogue and try to speak in a more natural way and try to get it to go smoothly. So the owner of the restaurant delivers you the ramen and his thumb is in it. And you go, "Oh my gosh, your thumb." And what does he say? He says, "I'll be fine. The soup's not too hot." So I'll be fine or I'll be fine. Both are okay. So here, which word do we stress? I'll be fine, meaning I'll be okay. So here, the most important word is fine. So we want to say that a little stronger. Oh, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Say it stronger. And that's totally fine. So I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. And then he says, the soup's not too hot. The soup's not too hot. Can you hear which words I said stronger? Well, soup is an important word, and hot is an important word. The soup's not too hot. So you can hear that I say soup strong and hot strong, but you still need to make sure the word not is very clear too. The soup's not too hot. Okay? And one other thing to pay attention to is that at the end of the sentence, you want to go down a little bit. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. The soup's not too hot. So you want to go down a little bit if it's a statement. So if you're telling someone something, go down a little bit at the end. By going down at your sentence, it makes it so it sounds like you're finished talking. Oh, the soup's not too hot. And then the next person knows it's their turn to talk. I'm glad you're all right. So here, which word is important? Well, glad. I'm glad you're all right. And all right is kind of important too, so say that a little bit strong too. And notice I went down at the end. I'm glad you're all right. So down, all right. I'm glad you're all right. Good thing you didn't burn yourself. Now, which word is very important? Well, burn. Burn is the most important word here. So good thing is also important too. So good thing You didn't burn yourself. And notice that I say you didn't and yourself kind of lightly. I don't say it very strongly. So, good thing you didn't burn yourself. You can hear good thing you didn't burn yourself. So, good thing and burn are the most important parts of this sentence. So you want to say them stronger. You want to stress those words. Okay. And then the owner of the restaurant says, "Oh, I'll be more careful next time. Want to give it a taste?" Okay. I try to say the second sentence very naturally. So, "I'll be more careful next time." So you can say it quickly. "I'll be more careful next time." And you can hear we emphasize the word careful. You want to stress careful because it's the most important word. The rest of the words like I'll, be, more, they're not as important. You don't need them to understand the sentence as much, so you can say them quickly. I'll be more, say it quick. "I'll be more careful next time." And then next time. You can say fast too. Next time. Now, this is something we've talked about before too. We talked about linking. Linking is where two words stick together and they sound like they go together. And so here, next time, you don't need to stop in the middle like that. Take these two T's and just make it sound like one T. Next time. So NEX, next time. So that the two T's stick together to make one T sound. Next time. So I'll be more careful next time. So that makes it a lot more smooth, a lot faster. And the most important word is careful. So all the other words can kind of stick together and you can say them quickly. Okay? I know this is kind of tricky, but these are the things you want to practice. Okay? And then at the end, he says, "Want to give it a taste?" Now, what's the most important word? Taste. So the rest of the sentence, you can say super fast. Want to give it a taste? Want to, you can say quickly, and it sounds like wanna. Wanna. Not want to, you can say wanna. And then give it, you can say it quickly together. Like we said, linking, give it. It sounds like G-I, get, and then V-I-T, vit, give it. Wanna give it a taste? So the first part, wanna give it a taste? So wanna give it a taste? That's tricky, right? It sounds like you're rapping. Wanna give it a taste? But that's because the beginning of the sentence is not that important, but give it a taste is an important phrase, and taste is the most important word here. That's the word they need to understand, so we stress that word. Does that make sense? I know this is a little tricky, so if you have any questions, please let me know. Okay, want to give it a taste? Now, one other thing, we talked about going up and down in your sentence. We want to say the word taste strong, but also, this is a question. On a question, we want our voice to go up. If you go up at the end of something, that could mean that you have more to say, or you want someone to say something to you. So in a question, you go up at the end. So want to give it a taste? 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 You go up a little bit, okay? So that's an important thing to remember. If you're at the end of a sentence and you're finished, you go down. The soup's not too hot. Down. I'm finished. Want to give it a taste? The conversation is not finished. I want you to answer. Okay? So it goes up on a question. So what do you say next? Why not? Wow, these noodles are out of this world. Okay. So here we learned why not. Why not is not a question. You're saying, hey, I should just try it. There's no reason that I shouldn't try. So why not try? So why not? And then slurp is the sound of soup. And then you say, wow, these noodles are out of this world. Okay. There are 3 important words here. Can you hear it? These noodles are out of this world. Well, the little words are not important, like these and are and of this. These are little words. They're not super important. But noodles is a key word. So we stress the word noodles. These noodles. And then out of this world. We stress out and world to make it clear that we have that phrase. So these noodles are out of this world. And the stronger you say that, the more excited you sound. You're like, wow, it's amazing. These noodles are out of this world. You say it hard so they know that you're very excited about these noodles. So I know that's a little tricky thing, but it's kind of what you need to do. Okay. Next up. Even though I'm really full, I should get myself something for dessert. I think there's a candy shop nearby. Okay. So a few words that we stress because they're important words, right? Even though I'm really full, I should get myself something for dessert. Can you hear the stressed words? Well, full is a really important word because that's the message you're trying to tell them. And then I should get. You want to get something. That's an important action. And what is it for? It's for dessert. Dessert is the important idea here. So even though I'm really full, I should get myself something for dessert. Okay, can you hear it? So full is the reason or what you are saying, I don't care about it. And that's why we're using even though. And then even though I'm really full, that's the truth. That's what's going on. But what's your action? What are you going to do? Well, you're going to get something. So get is a key word. I'm going to get something for dessert. And dessert is another key word because that's the new thing that you're telling your friend. All these other words are useful and important for grammar, but they're not the most important information, right? The most important information that someone's listening to will be full and get and dessert. Okay? So I'll read it one more time. Even though I'm really full, I should get myself something for dessert. You can hear full, get, dessert. If you only hear those 3 words, full, get, dessert, just 3 words, you kind of know what I'm trying to say. So this is important for you when you're speaking and also when you're listening. Maybe someone speaks really quickly. What do you want to get for lunch today? Well, I spoke super fast. What the heck did I say? But maybe you heard the key word, the stressed word. I said lunch. And so you can guess, oh, I think he said what at the beginning? What do you want to get for lunch today? I heard what and I heard lunch. Oh, maybe he's asking me what I want to eat, right? So when you're listening, you don't need to hear every word. You don't need to understand every word. You want to focus on the key words, the most important words, and you can hear them because of the stress. Okay? So this is an important thing to think about, and it's very helpful for speaking and for listening. So even though I'm really full, I should get myself something for dessert. Okay, back to the intonation. Now, we don't want to sound like a robot. So when we get to a comma, what do? We go up. By going up with your voice, it sounds like you have more to say. Even though I'm really full, you go up, really full. I should get myself something for dessert. Dessert. You go down at the end. And that shows that you're finished with this idea. Okay? Okay. And then at the end you say, I think there's a candy shop nearby. Now, what are the key words here? You should be able to hear it. I think there's a candy shop nearby. Well, think is an important word because you're not sure and you want to show that. I think so. I don't know, but I think so. I think there's a candy shop nearby. And then candy shop. Well, you can hear the stress on the word candy, but candy shop together is almost like it's one word. Candy shop. I think there's a candy shop nearby. So candy is the stressed part. Okay? I think there's a candy shop nearby. And just hearing think candy shop, you can guess what I'm trying to say. And again, the intonation, you go down at the end because you're finished with this idea. Okay? Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. If not, I'll just keep on going. Okay? So next up, you go to the candy shop and you run into your friend Bob. So you say, hey, it's Bob. What a nice surprise. Okay? Hey, it's Bob. Well, Bob is the most important word, so we say Bob strong. And I know I said that if you're finished, you go down, but if it's an exclamation point, if you're excited, you can kind of go up a little bit. Like, hey, it's Bob. It's Bob. To show that you're excited. What a nice surprise. What a nice surprise. So here, nice is good, nice is strong, and then surprise, because we're happy, we can go up a little bit. What a nice surprise. Okay, so you kind of go down and then go up. What a nice surprise. Okay, and so that's kind of what it sounds like when you're excited. Maybe you start medium, then go down, then go up to show you're happy. I can't wait to go, I can't wait to go to see that movie. I can't wait to go see that movie. Like you really want to go see a movie, so you go down and then go up at the end. So that's a way to show that you're excited about something. Okay? And then Bob says, hey, long time no see. You have a sweet tooth too, huh? So, you have a sweet tooth too, huh? So we have two important words here. Sweet tooth and too. You have a sweet tooth too, huh? So, Bob realizes that you come to the candy store, so that must mean you have a sweet tooth, meaning that you really like candy. And then he uses the word to, and you stress the word to show that we're focused on that we both are like this. We both really like candy. Okay? Okay. So you have a sweet tooth too, huh? And this huh is not an angry thing. This is a thing that we put at the end of a sentence to say, like, how about that? Or is that right? Like, you have a sweet tooth too. Is that right? So it's kind of like, or do you agree? Or is that true? All of these is what huh can mean. The word huh or huh can mean a few different things. But if someone says something about you, or if someone says something and then adds huh at the end, that means they're checking to see if you agree. You have a sweet tooth too, huh? Or if we watch a movie, that movie was pretty good, huh? So it was pretty good, huh? So it was pretty good, don't you think? Okay, that person is checking with you and seeing if you agree. Okay, so you see Bob at the candy shop and he asks, do you have a sweet tooth? And you say, heck yes. If I were left to my own devices, I would eat candy all day, every day. Okay, so heck yes. Here, yes is the important word, meaning heck yes is like definitely, of course. Okay, if I were left to my own devices, I would eat candy all day, every day. So again, if it's an if phrase and it ends with a comma, we go up at the end. Why? Do you remember? Well, we go up because it shows you're not finished with what you're going to say. Okay. If I were left to my own devices, what's coming next? I would eat candy all day, every day. And you can hear you go down on all day, down on every day, because you go boom, boom. It makes it stronger and more powerful. All day, every day. Meaning you would never stop. 24/7 candy. Nom, 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 nom. So that's kind of true with me. If you gave me too much candy, if I were left to my own devices, I would eat candy all day, every day. I go down, down to stress that you couldn't stop me. I would eat forever. So goodbye teeth, goodbye teeth. Okay. I thought it was one of you, but it was just Food Panda. That's okay. Okay. And then Bob says, I know what you mean. I'm trying to stay slim, but I still crave candy all the time. So I know what you mean. So here, the stress words are know and mean. I know what you mean. Because those are the important words. I know what you mean. The words in the middle don't really tell you a lot of information, so just say them fast. I'm trying to stay slim, but I still crave candy all the time. So the first part, I'm trying to stay slim. So trying and slim are the key words. So say these a little bit stronger. I'm trying to stay slim. And again, because you're not finished, we go up at the end of slim. Now I know when you're reading, you can see a comma, but when you're speaking, you still have to do it. You just have to think, okay, I have more to say, so I'm going to go up, and then the person will know I'm not finished. Tomorrow we're going to go swimming and we're going to go hiking. So if I go up on swimming, you're waiting for more to come, okay? But if I say tomorrow we're going to go swimming, you know that's it, just that one activity, okay? So that's an important thing. I'm trying to stay slim, but I still crave candy all the time. So I still crave candy. Candy is an important word here. And then all the time. we stress the word all to show that it's important, and that's the word we're stressing. All the time. Not just some of the time, all the time. Non-stop. I would just go, nom, nom, nom. I want candy all the time. Okay. So just for timing, maybe we can do one more page and then we can call it a day. Because this is a little tricky. I don't want you to get a headache from too much practice. And maybe if you like doing this, we can continue next week. Okay? So next up, Bob said, "Oh, I crave candy all the time. I want it nonstop." But you say, "That's okay. Even if you're on a diet, you should still treat yourself once in a while." Okay. That's okay. Here, the whole phrase is short, so there's no real stressed word. You just say the whole thing. That's okay. But like we said before, if you're excited and you feel good, you kind of go down and up at the end. That's okay. So it's short, so you go down a little bit and then up for okay to show that you're feeling good, you're happy. That's okay. Okay? Even if you're on a diet, what's the important word here? Well, even is kind of important, but the key word is diet, right? That's the most important word. Diet means controlling what you eat. That's what being on a diet means. So even if you're on a diet, so diet, you say it's stronger, but at the same time, we go up at the end of that word. Even if you're on a diet, now why do we do that? Because we're not finished. It's an if phrase, so we have more to say. Even if you're on a diet, you should still treat yourself once in a while. So what's the key word here? Well, the message is you should treat yourself. Meaning, be nice to yourself. Buy yourself a gift. You don't need to be healthy all the time. You can be healthy most of the time and then sometimes buy some candy or buy a treat, right? So you should still treat yourself once in a while. So treat yourself. Say that word stronger. And then once in a while, we go down at the end because you're finished with the idea. Bob responds, "If you say so, what do you recommend?" So if you say so, so here, say is important. All of it's important, so it's all close to the same. If you say so, but you can hear say is a little bit stronger. And like I said before, you're a little bit feeling good, positive, excited, so you go up a little bit. If you say so, you go up like you're singing a song. I'm swinging my hands like a crazy monkey, right? And then Bob says, "What do you recommend?" So this first part, you can say super fast. What do you recommend? So this is something I want you to practice. What do you? When you're speaking English, don't say, "What do you?" If you say 1, 2, 3, it sounds like a robot. So if you're trying to speak clearly, that's okay. But a lot of times people will speak quickly and the words stick together. It's not bad English, it's just saves time. And then I shouldn't use yellow. Yellow is for the stressed words. Recommend is the most important word in the sentence. So what do you, we can say really quickly, and then recommend is the word we stress, the word we say more strongly. So what do you recommend? And in the word recommend, the mend is the stressed part. So inside words, there's also a stress. You should know that, I think. So if you say so, what do you recommend? Now, what do you? How do you say this quickly? What do you? Well, we say it fast. What do you? What do you? Do you? What do you? Do you? It sounds kind of like what do you, but even faster. What do you? What do you? What do you? And then even faster, it sounds like what do you? What do you? What do you recommend? 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 You try. What do you? So if you say what do you sounds like do you, and then what, there's no T sound, so it sounds like what do you? What do you? What do you recommend? So this is something you should practice a lot because this is super common. What do you recommend? Or someone might ask you, what do you want? Like, let's say they're going to the store. What do you want? How do we say that fast? What do you want? What do you want? If you're going on a hike and you go, oh, look, your friend might say, what do you see? See is the only important word here. So, what do you see? What do you see? What do you see? The first three words go so fast. What do you? What do you? What do you see? What do you want? What do you recommend? Okay? So these words at the beginning are not that important. The key word is what you want to say strongly and clearly. Now, I know that's tricky, but it's a useful thing to recommend. It's a useful thing to remember, okay? So learning all these stresses, looking at a sentence and seeing or thinking about which words are the most important is a really helpful thing because then you can say the other words more quickly and more naturally. So recommend is the most important word. So what do you, we can say fast. What do you recommend? Okay. What's another? I know what you mean. Mean is the most important word. So the first part, you can say, I know what you mean. I know you mean. I know you mean. All you hear is the word mean at the end because it's the most important word. The first 1, 2, 3, 4 words you can say really fast. I know you mean. Okay? What else? How about want to give it a taste? Want to give it a taste? This want to, you want to say really quickly. So, want to give it a taste? Want to give it a taste? Want to give it a taste? The first 5 words you can say super fast. Wanna give it a taste? Taste is the most important. So, want to give it a taste? The most important word, the word you need to say clearly is that one. Okay? Or maybe want to give it a try? Like, do you want to try? Do you want to give it a try? So this is a skill for speaking skills and reading skills, but it's also helpful for listening because you're not going to hear people carefully speaking every single word. I'm speaking quite clearly because I'm a teacher and I want you to understand what I'm saying. But if you start talking to Americans and they're talking at full speed, they're not going to slow down. They're going to have lots of words stick together. And so what you need to do is, of course, speak with stress, but also when you're listening, focus on the words that are stressed. If there are a lot of little words that they say fast, and then there's one word they say strong, focus on that word. The other ones might not be important. Want to give it a try? You heard try, so try is important. Oh yeah, okay, I'll try. What do you want to do? Do is the important word. So maybe they're asking you about, well, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Or maybe something like, where do you want to go? Maybe you heard where and go. So where do you want to go? Focus on the strong words, the stressed words, and then you'll be able to understand more. Try to ignore the little words. Don't worry about it. Did he say, do you want to or do you like to? Of course, it's important, but if you're in the real world, sometimes you don't have time to ask someone to repeat themselves. So, like I said, focus on the stressed words. And that will help you a lot with your speaking and your listening. Okay? So, I think we can stop here for today. We did a few pages of practice of our stress words in a sentence, and intonation, meaning going up and down in the sentence. And all of these things will help you speak more naturally, but also help you understand what people are trying to say. Focus on the stressed words and ignore the little words, or don't worry so much about the little words. And also the intonation going up and down. If someone goes up at the end, maybe they're not finished speaking, or they have a question for you. So you want to listen for that. If someone goes down at the end of a sentence, they're probably finished saying what they want to say. So maybe it's your turn to tell them your ideas. Okay? So all of this is really useful and helpful, and I hope you had a good time today. So let's stop here for today. I hope you all have a great rest of the day. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message or leave a comment. And then maybe we can do more of this in the future if you think it's helpful. Okay? So let's stop here for today. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I'll see you next time. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.